You've got old debt in collections and you're wondering if it's worth paying it off. I mean, that's probably why you clicked on this video, right? Maybe it popped up during a credit check, maybe a collector called you out of nowhere, or maybe, just maybe, it's been sitting there quietly affecting things in the background. And now you're asking, what happens if I pay it off? Does it really make a difference? Or should I just leave it alone? And that's what we're gonna cover today, because the truth is, paying off an old collections account isn't always straightforward. Hey y'all, Marc Russell here. I'm a financial wellness board member at National Debt Relief. And before I was featured in Forbes, CNBC, I was $80,000 in debt, even while working as a licensed stockbroker. Yes, you heard that right. So I've been in the thick of it, and I know how overwhelming it can feel trying to figure out what actually helps and what doesn't. Right now, I'm proudly 100% debt-free, and I'm on a mission to make complex financial concepts. I want to make them easy for everyone to help people bulletproof their finances. In today's video, we're going to go over what impact does paying off an old collections account have on your finances? How might it show up on your credit report? What happens if a debt goes unpaid? And what kinds of accounts are out there if you're feeling stuck with debt? All right, are you guys ready? All right, let's jump in. When a debt goes into collections, it usually means that payments have been missed for several different months. That initial non-payment is typically what has the greatest effect on your credit and can have a negative impact on your credit profile. By the time it hits collections, the impact has basically already occurred. Paying off a collection doesn't automatically erase that history, unfortunately. The missed payment still exists on your credit profile, and the credit account may remain listed for a period of time, even if the balance is marked as paid. Late payments and collection accounts can continue to negatively impact your credit profile for undefined times, even if they're paid after they have been reported as late or to collections. That said, some lenders may look at unpaid versus paid collections differently when evaluating applications. Paying off debt in collections might help reduce potential complications down the road, especially if it's a recent or sizable balance. Every lender is different, and how much weight they place on collections can vary. So before you do anything, it might be useful to review how old the debt is in collections, the debt amount, and very important, whether you're planning a major financial move like applying for a loan or renting a home. If you're planning to resolve a collection account, here are a few general steps people often make and keep in mind while thinking about paying off collections. It's common to ask the creditor for a complete summary of what's owed. This can include the original amount, interest, fees, and the current owner of the debt. This is to make sure that you're not paying off something that doesn't check out. Sometimes collection agencies may accept less than the full balance. This is often referred to as a settlement. Just make sure any agreement is documented before making a payment. Some people inquire whether the creditor will update the account to paid in full or potentially remove it from the credit file altogether. This is known as a pay for delete agreement. Now, not all creditors offer this, but some do, so it may be worth asking. If there are multiple accounts in collections, some people prioritize by size, age, or other criteria, like using a debt snowball or debt avalanche method. These can help create a sense of order when dealing with multiple different balances. In some cases, people focus on accounts that are still open and active first, like utilities or credit cards, before turning their attention to older collections. If that all sounds a bit daunting, know that there are debt relief companies out there that are willing to help you out in this process. With most, you can have a free consultation call to go over your situation and see what options are out there to help you. I understand if it's not a straightforward answer to your question, should I pay off my old debt? And unfortunately, there really isn't one. It truly depends on your unique situation and your current financial goals. All right, now let's go over what may happen if you choose not to pay off your old collections. Choosing not to pay off an old debt can come with potential outcomes, depending on the age, the size, and the type of debt. First up, additional interest and fees may accrue. Unpaid debts can continue to grow over time, especially if penalties are added. Also, legal action from your creditors or collections may be possible. In some states, collectors may file a lawsuit before the statute of limitation expires. If successful, they may be able to garnish wages or place liens on any of your assets, though that varies widely by state and individual cases. And the debt may remain on your credit report. In general, collection accounts stay on the credit profile for up to 7 years from the date of the first missed payment, whether they're paid or unpaid. Keep in mind the rules around collections and legal action differ from state to state, and it may be helpful to consult with a legal or financial professional for advice tailored to your situation. If you're juggling more than one balance or feeling overwhelmed, there are several different options that people explore. These are the types of debt relief commonly offered by debt relief companies and can greatly help you in your journey to become debt-free. First, there's debt settlement. This involves negotiating with creditors or collections to resolve your debt for less than what's owed. Often done with the help of debt relief companies, this approach may offer a way to settle your outstanding balances if you're unable to pay your debt in full. Another tool in your toolbox is debt consolidation. This strategy rolls multiple debts into a single payment, typically through a consolidation loan or a credit counseling program. The goal is to streamline your repayment and, in some cases, even lower your interest. Want to know the difference between debt settlement and debt consolidation to gauge which option is best for you? Then you might want to check out this earlier video I created together with National Debt Relief. And the last debt relief option out there that I want to mention, often used as a last resort, is bankruptcy. For individuals in serious financial distress, bankruptcy might offer relief through a court-ordered process. Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 are the most common forms. And while bankruptcy has long-term implications, it can also provide a structured way to resolve debt when other options are not feasible. Want to know more about Chapter 7 versus Chapter 13 bankruptcy? In collaboration with National Debt Relief, we made a video on both types of bankruptcies, taking you through the pros and the cons of both, as well as explaining when and when not to file for them. Check out the links in the description of this video where we dive into the details of these different types of bankruptcy. All right, folks, that's it. Here's a quick recap of everything that I've shared with you today. Paying off old collections doesn't remove the history of missed payments, but it might still influence how lenders view your overall profile. Getting everything in writing and knowing your rights can make a big difference if you're working with a debt collector. Ignoring old debt can lead to growing balances or even legal action, depending on your situation. If things feel overwhelming, options like debt settlement, consolidation, or even bankruptcy exist. And what I want you to know is that you don't have to figure it out alone. So again, I know it isn't a straightforward answer to your question, how should I pay off an old debt in collections? But there simply isn't a clear-cut answer to your question. It depends on your unique situation and your current financial goals. Yeah, I hope I gave you a few pointers to look at when you're considering paying off an old debt, which may help you in your journey of becoming debt-free. And please remember, if you're currently struggling with debt or looking for help to find a solution, debt relief companies like National Debt Relief, which specialize in debt relief programs like the ones we talked about today, could help you in your journey of becoming debt-free. The solution to your debt problem may be closer than what you might think. For one, National Debt Relief has in-house debt experts who are here to support you every step of the way. If you have any questions or would like a free, no obligation debt relief consultation call with them, visit their website at nationaldebtrelief.com. And if you happen to have any other questions regarding any other financial related topic, check out the other videos in the series on National Debt Relief YouTube channel. It's our goal to make very complex financial concepts that you hear every single day. We want to make them easy so you can transform your financial life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.